One thing we do know for sure is that third parties are on board for the first time in a very long time. Nintendo tweeted out this image today, if you want to take a look at this.
Yeah,
it's
here's
just
what we got.
everybody. So we're going to speed around through this and just, this is exciting. It's actually harder to find who is missing than who is actually included.
Sure.
So right off the bat, we're going to go through each game, each company real quick. I'll give you a real quick rundown of some of their more notable games, and whether or not those are actually coming to the Switch, we'll see. So let's start with 505 Games. Recently, they've done Payday, Abzu, which I adore, and Adrift, which is that sort of VR space-focused game. Activision, obviously, Call of Duty, Skylanders, Destiny. Arc System Works, fighting games like BlazBlue and Guilty Gear, so that's already like a pretty good lineup. Atlas, they do Persona spin-offs because the Persona main console games are exclusive to PlayStation, and also Shin Megami Tensei. Bandai Namco's got Tekken, Dragon Ball, and Pac-Man. Bethesda's got Doom, Fallout, and Skyrim. Capcom's got Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Dead Rising, and Mega Man. Codemasters has Dirt, Grid, and F1, so lots of racing games. EA Games, Madden, FIFA, Battlefield, Titanfall. You'd be hard-pressed to find games that they are not making, in fact. From there, we've got From Software, who does Dark Souls 2 or 3. Keep in mind that Bloodborne is exclusive to PlayStation, so there's pretty much no chance of that coming there. Frozen Byte does Trine.
Okay.
Game Trust does Song of the Deep, which is that weird sort of like
that was one published by GameStop. Yeah.
Yep. Grasshopper Manufacturer, big fan of them. No More Heroes, Lollipop Chainsaw, and the upcoming Let It Die. Gung Ho Entertainment does Grandia, Puzzles and Dragons. Hamster, I'd never heard of these guys before. Apparently they do Zumba Fitness.
Oh, good. I'm stoked that Zumba Fitness is coming to my...
Yep.
Yeah.
Inta Creates makes Azure Striker Gunvolt and Mighty Number 9, which are both Mega Man-ish games, ironically enough. KT Games does WRC and Flat Out, neither of which I've ever played. Konami, Metal Gear Solid, sort of. Castlevania, hopefully. And Pachinko Machines. All your favorite will get ported. Level 5, Yokai Watch, Fantasy Life, Marvelous Games, Harvest Moon, Rune Factory, Maximum Games, Farming Simulator, which I don't know why that's so big, but it is. Nippon Ichi makes Disgaea, Parody Bit, another one we had to look up, Derby Stallion, and Horse Simulator games, which are apparently huge in Japan. Bring them over here, because we love horses. Platinum Games does Bayonetta, Ninja Turtles, Transformers. They get a different license every few weeks, so you never know what's next with them. Sega does Sonic, Valkyrie Chronicles, and Chronicles and Yakuza. Spike Chunsoft, which sounds like a bully's name, makes One Piece, Zero Time Dilemma. Square Enix, Final Fantasy, Deus Ex, Tomb Raider, Starbreeze. They make Dead by Daylight and The Syndicate. Take-Two Entertainment, GTA, Bioshock, Mafia recently.
I mean, Take-Two is that's Rockstar, that's Gearbox, that's 2K, all under there.
Yeah, everybody's under there. Big parent company. Telltale Games, they have The Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, Game of Thrones. THQ Nordic, Darksiders, which actually came to the Wii U, and Red Faction. Tokyo RPG Factory makes I Am Setsuna. TT Games makes Lego Star Wars, Lego Harry Potter, Lego everything. Ubisoft, Watch Dogs, The Division, Just Dance.
And launch titles.
And launch titles every time. Warner Brothers makes Batman and Mortal Kombat. Now, these last two rows, as you can see, are pretty much all game engine studios, studios creating netcode and online infrastructure.
Yeah.
Stuff like Unity and Epic Games and Cryware are basically how hardware runs. Companies like Dana are actually making all of Nintendo's mobile offerings. So we're actually going to probably see a lot of mobile games get ported to this thing, too.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Also worth pointing out, this does feel like an ambitious, like, oh, wow, look at all these studios that they're working, all these publishers. But it's like a lot of these Nintendo has pre-existing relationships with. I mean, Platinum made a ton of Wii U titles. Sega's already kind of got stuff on there. You got, Bandai Namco, bits and pieces there. And, like, I think the really big AAA guys are... in spite of how it might backfire on them, are always kind of willing to take a chance with launch titles.
I totally agree.
So, I mean, it's not like proper confirmation yet, but the fact that we did see Skyrim running on a Nintendo console in its reveal trailer is pretty exciting. I mean, it's a 5-year-old game, but it's also an M-rated, hard RPG. So clearly they're not just...
This just happened recently, but the Hearthstone account tweeted out a picture of the gnome guy, who's like the sort of like main character in Hearthstone, peeking behind a door in the same way you saw Mario peeking behind a curtain, which means, yes, this thing is definitely getting mobile games. So if it's getting handheld games, console games, and mobile games, damn.
Yeah.
Like, that solves the biggest problem Nintendo's ever had, which is like, what am I playing all year besides the 5 first-party exclusive games?
Yeah.
So like we said before, you'll be hard-pressed to find publishers that aren't on this thing yet. Pretty much everybody's on board. Comes out in March 2017.
That's close.
No prices yet, no pre-orders yet. How cool is it that we're getting Skyrim on a cartridge?
I'm pretty excited about that.
That's so
also,
weird.
you can play it while you're taking a dunk.
That's true. A big dunk.
Yeah.